Hey guys, what's up? You're watching some Peacekeeper gameplay, and in case you guys didn't know, Microsoft has a exclusive deal with Treyarch and Activision, where they receive the all the DLC packs 1 month ahead of all the other platforms, and by they I mean the 360. So yeah, those of us who don't have a 360 and play on another platform had to wait an extra month, but it's finally here, and this is me playing with a silenced Peacekeeper. I use suppressor and laser sight, and I really like the way it shoots. I mean, that sounds really cliche, but it really does shoot really cool. I mean, it sounds cool, and the gun itself looks really cool too. And I'm going to say that I believe it is the most accurate SMG in the game. I watched Drifter's in-depth reviews, and I'm a really huge fan, and when I watched his reviews, I didn't know what to expect, because they hadn't said anything about the actual gun, other than that it was coming. You know, it was coming along with the DLC pack. And when I saw his gameplay with it, you know, I still didn't know what to expect. Because, you know, when people record gameplay, most of the time, about 90% of the time, I would say, it's going to be really good gameplay. You know, you're not going to upload yourself going like 2 and 20, you know, and most YouTubers will never have days like that, because they're, for the most part, they're all pretty good players. You know, they can hang with the best of them for the most part. But yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I heard that the gun looked cool, and from what we saw on the DLC poster, yeah, it did look really cool. And then I heard that it was mostly a its purpose was to be used as a long distance gun. And I was kind of bummed when I heard that, because I'm not a long distance guy. I play on PC, and I have a really cool mouse. I've said it before. It's a Logitech. It's a Razer Tron mouse, and I find it really hard to aim with any gun on PC. With a sniper, it's not so easy to pick people off from long distance. With an assault rifle, it's not. With an LMG, most people, actually, speaking of the LMGs, when they use an LMG, they use the target finder, right? Well, I've seen it very often where the people who use the target finder hardly ever miss you. You know, it's crazy. And I'm like, well, then the target finder must be a really awesome attachment, right? But when I try it with any gun, you know, even with an LMG, I get a lot of recoil, and I get a lot of well, I mean, I've said this before, I'm really bad at aiming. I have no mouse control whatsoever, and so I really can't work with the target finder. And when people mentioned that the Peacekeeper was mostly a long-distance gun, it got me thinking, well, I'm not going to like this gun very much, because I don't really like long-distance gameplay, even with a sniper. You know, if I'm going to use a sniper, mostly I'm going to try to take you out from long distance. On PC, I'm going to say that it's a lot harder to quickscope. Is it impossible to quickscope on PC? I don't know. I've seen people kill me by quickscoping before, but I've never been able to quickscope very well. And I've never played on console, so I couldn't tell you how big the difference is. But yeah, on PC you won't find many quickscopers. But yeah, like I was saying, I didn't think that this gun, that I was going to like it very much, because people were saying it was a long-distance gun. And that it was, if you were going to use it like any other SMG for up close, you know, run and gun, that you were pretty much going to get owned, because it's not a high damage gun, and it's not particularly rapid firing. It's not a rapid firing gun. And actually, I think it's like the slowest firing submachine gun. And that kind of makes sense because it's supposed to be an SMG assault rifle hybrid, right? Yeah, and so after Drifter did his review, I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to like it, despite the gun looking really cool. I'm going to say that it's the coolest looking gun. And I woke up this morning, and I had totally forgotten that it was the 28th, and that today we were getting the Peacekeeper along with the maps on PC, and all the other platforms, I would imagine. And so I played with it a little bit. I played a few rounds with it, and my very first match with it, I went 13-11, which is kind of surprising because usually when I play with a gun and no attachments, I do pretty bad. I need laser sight pretty badly on every gun because like I said before, I can't aim very well at all. I have no mouse control. And so most of the time you'll find me hip firing. And the tighter the hip fire spread, the better it is for me, right? And so that's why I use the laser sight. Because most people think that the laser sight works like a target, like the laser points to where you're gonna be firing, and that's not true. All it does really is tighten the cone spread of your hip fire, and this works with every gun. Now, guns that don't have very good hip fire aren't gonna have a drastic increase in their hip fire accuracy or tighten their cone very tightly. And so I played with it, and 13-11, and the way I got those 13 kills most of the time were long distance kills, and I was pretty shocked because, like I said, I'm not very good at long distance shooting, but I found myself liking long distance gunfights with this gun, the Peacekeeper. And after I leveled it up a bit, because we have double weapon XP, I got a laser sight on it, and I got the suppressor, and I was shocked because the suppressor, which is the gameplay, the attachment I'm using right now in this gameplay, works really well with it. I don't know what it is, but it makes the gun feel more awesome. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you want to see more Peacekeeper gameplay, or if you got a topic for me to talk about, go ahead and like the video, comment on it, and thanks for watching, guys. Peace. I'm out.